Hey friends, Lucian here with the Bullish Bears team, making the watch list video for tomorrow, which is Thursday now, March 8th. And before I begin, I'm going to do what I seem to like to do is go off on a rant for a few minutes because it's what I do. So for those of you who like my rants, then you might like this rant. Maybe it'll be entertaining. And for those of you who don't, you could just skip forward a few minutes and then go to the watch list video. So I sent out a video, or not a video, an email last night and did a post about another troll or hater. Again, normally we just kind of, we don't get that many of them. We just kind of brush them off. But this one got a little bit personal. We saw that there was a community member that was in our group. Always be careful, this guys, and keep your eye out, and definitely let us know if you see this. There's a lot of people that like to go into groups, disguise themselves as being like very helpful. And then when they do that, they know that people will eventually reach out to them or personally message them. And then when they personally message them, then they obviously make their connection. It's just a very sneaky way to try to recruit people into your own personal business. And this is what this person was. Again, no hard feelings. We know like people do that stuff all the time. Again, we don't condone it. We boot people that do that. But that's what this person was doing, right? So what was kind of interesting was that I had no clue about any of this. We found out from one of our mods last night. Again, we have like we do our best to like make sure the group is all free from all the spam and the trolls and the garbage. And as you can see, we cleaned it up, make sure that none of that stuff's going on anymore. And then obviously when something does, you guys report it and then we delete it, right? So we found out from a mod that there was this person that was being sneaky, trying to take people into their own business, and so our mod removed them from the group. So I guess this person got like all vindictive, went to another group, and then was posting trash and like a very, very like just a false, like completely false review about us. Again, we don't try to profess to be the best traders out there in the world, the best community or anything like that. Some people like us, some people don't. And hey, who cares? To each their own. But it was kind of interesting because they got like very personal with actually a couple people in our Facebook group. They actually didn't write about Tim, Dan, or myself. They wrote about a couple people in our group that actually aren't even Bullish Bears members, which is very ironic. So they posted like hate and stuff towards other people in our group, and it had nothing to do even. They're not on our payroll or anything, So that's when it starts to get a little bit personal, and that's when it gets a little bit more like we don't tolerate that stuff. Now, if it was up to me, I would have went and put that person on blast, but the boys keep me under control and tell me not to do that kind of stuff. So I'm a little bit more of the hot-headed, emotional kind of one, but it really ticked me off yesterday. So all that to be said, thank you very much for the positive reviews, peeps. We really appreciate it. We're not trying to get cheap solicitation for reviews. If you like us, we just appreciate them. Again, and as we continue to grow, the reviews, if you like what we do, just help us because unfortunately with Facebook's algorithm, when somebody gives you a 1-star review or something like that for no reason, there's nothing you can do to dispute it unless they put comments when they do the review. So people could just randomly put 1-star reviews on your page, hurt your rankings, and there's nothing you could do about it. I don't know. It's just terrible for the algorithm. Many businesses get very hurt by that, which is, obviously a really big shame. So for us, obviously, if you go to ours right here, if you want to leave us a positive review, number one, we greatly appreciate it. Just head over to our fan page. You'll see right here under reviews. And just give you a perfect example. We have tons of positive reviews, and we have 2 1-star reviews, and the 2 1-star reviews were from this one guy who just got vindictive because he was a troll. We booted him. He gave us a 1-star review, and then we called him out on it, and then he brought his girlfriend in just to give us a 1-star review. But there's nothing you can do about it. So that's kind of to each their own. This is kind of what's going on. Again, this is the nature of the beast and the reality of what it, when you do something that's positive and you shed a positive light in our industry, people are not going to like it. Our intention is not to take out our competitors. We could care less about them. We wish them success. Honestly, we're not even trying to be in the same arena as them. We're different, And the Bullish Bears movement, what a lot of people don't understand is that the Bullish Bears movement and what's happening isn't about Tim, Dan, and myself. As you can see, if you've been following us for a while, we don't make ourselves the focus. We actually make it very community focused, and we're all about growing as a community. And as we continue to grow, we keep telling y'all there's going to be opportunities potentially as we grow for other people within our community. So that's why we keep trying to tell people. So those that try to attack us or throw hate or shade on us, they think that it's really hurting us, but it's not. It's actually hurting you guys. It's hurting our community because, I mean, me personally, I've been in multiple failed business ventures. So, if the Bullish Bears failed tomorrow, no offense, it'd suck for a bit, and then I'd get over it and I'd move on to something else. Not obviously that I want that to happen, but I'm used to that kind of stuff. I'm familiar with it, so I'm not like, it wouldn't like necessarily phase me much, but it would really hurt and be devastating to those in our community, those people that are, as you can see, we don't need to brag about our reviews, but you could just see the people that write stuff here, they're writing and they're following us because they're benefiting from our community. And it's not just because of what Tim, Dan, and I are doing, it's what everybody is doing. As you can see in the trade room and places like that, we come in there, we help out. And then you'll see throughout the day when we're not in there anymore, there's other people helping each other. See, that's ideally what we're trying to do is help people, help to empower others that can help to empower others, that pay it forward mentality kind of thing. So we're always looking, again, for people that have the same vision as us, that align with us, that are not trying to get too big for their britches or not trying to be rock stars and don't really care about that crazy, fancy, in-your-face lifestyle. That's why you'll never see Tim, Dan, and myself promoting that kind of stuff. We're just literally about come to work, help each other out, grow a community, and not care what anybody else is doing. So I kind of go on that rant a little bit just to kind of share with you guys that vision. And also, again, to really reiterate to you people and those that are following us that Tim, Dan, and myself are not the best traders in the world. We never claim to be great traders. I said yesterday, we might not even be good traders. And I say that not because I'm like trying to like tear us down or anything, but it doesn't matter. My point being is some people get this illusion that thinks that they think that promoting their brokerage account, showing how much money they make, throwing up thumbnails of them with piles of cash and how they made $5,000 or $10,000 a day actually matters. They think that matters to a lot of people. And you know what? To some people it does. There's some people that get caught up in that fancy lifestyle and they're like, oh man, I'd love to get $1 million and have half naked women holding on my shoulder and all that. That's cool. And they think that, and so yeah, they're going to attract a certain following by doing that. But the fact of the matter is most people are sick and tired. The reason why our movement together, not Tim, Dan, and I's movement, but us as ours, as a community, the reason why we're getting so big and the reason why a lot of people are leaving these other companies is they're sick and tired of the BS. They're sick and tired of the nonsense. They're sick and tired of the game. They're tired of it, and they just want honesty. They want truth, and that's what they find. They find that in our community. We kind of set the precedence, Tim, Dan, and myself, and now other people are kind of coming aboard and saying, yeah, trading is hard. Trading isn't easy. Most traders do fail. Come to work. We're not going to hold your hand. We're not going to tell you entries and exits because that's not what we're about. We're not a stock pumping service or any of that stuff. We're a community that's all about helping others. So again, I reiterate that and stress that to say to you guys, it doesn't matter even if we trade. If I never trade ever again, if Dan never places a trade ever again, if Tim never does, if that stops people from following us and paying us literally $10 a month, this person actually said we're taking people's hard-earned money. I mean, no offense if $10 a month is a lot to you. I apologize. I'm not trying to be offensive, but that would mean we're probably anybody that charges more than $10 a month would be really taking your life savings. We're taking people $10 a month. So for anybody that thinks we're scamming people out of $10 a month or whatever, then honestly, we're not the community for them. And that's totally fine. So my point being in all that, guys, is we're all about helping you guys. We have a lot on our plates. Tim and Dan, they still work full-time jobs. They're not full-time traders. I am a full-time trader, but not because I'm some best trader in the world. I'm juggling multiple hats, as you can see. These videos take tons of time and energy in running trade room and doing that stuff. I'm focused on our business. In the past year, it's taken me a lot out of trading because it's not easy, like running a Facebook group when you're getting messages nonstop, emails nonstop, getting all this stuff up and running, blog posts, all that stuff. We're glad to do it. We're doing it for you guys. But my point being in all that stuff is this is who we are. We're just three dudes that literally, as we get better trading, we teach people, right? We don't profess to be the best at anything. So my whole point being in all that is like kind of when you pick that apart, it actually just gives me a chance to kind of talk with you guys just for a few minutes again, just to reiterate, if you haven't seen our video yet, just watch our unfiltered video. This is about as raw as you're going to get, as who we are and what our vision is and what we're about. So at the end of the day, kind of just want to address that to you guys that, if you guys really care about my brokerage account and want to see what's in it, and that's why you're following me, and you want to, if you're one of the few that wants to, throw hate or shade, then, basically just go somewhere else because it doesn't, again, it's not hurting me. Like if somebody like wants to come at me and say that, it doesn't hurt me. It just hurts you guys. It hurts our community. Again, as we get bigger, people will throw more shade. And at the end of the day, this movement is in your hands. It's not in our hands. We're the facilitators, Tim, Dan, and myself. We're growing it, and we leave it in your hands as to how big we grow. So that is my rant. People like that annoy the heck out of me. And, so if you're a troll and you like that, good job. You affect me. But you don't affect people like Tim or Dan. So great news, I have awesome partners. So anyways, love you guys. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for the reviews. We appreciate it. If you want to throw some more our way, again, it just helps us moving forward. We greatly appreciate it. So for those who may have tuned me out for my rant, I'm back now and I'm going to do the watch list for you. So let's go back in here right to the ES. I've been sharing with you guys about this lately. ES meaning futures. Somebody was asking today in the trade room, like, what does it mean, like, with the futures? Futures trade more hours of the day than just the SPX. The SPX is just regular market hours. Futures trades all throughout the day. So we like to have a futures chart up when trading because it gives you an idea overall of what the market is doing. Now, again, most of these stocks run with the market. I mean, not 100% of the time. The market might go down and some stock might go up. But overall, stocks run with the market, the majority of them. So if the market is having a bad day and a down day, typically many of these stocks will be down. If the market is having a green day or a green run or a green trend up, the stocks tend to move with it. Then when you get to stuff like this in decision mode, it gets choppy, it gets messy, and that's when you start to see my watch list start to dwindle or maybe no watch list at all, right? Because when a market picks a direction going up, it's kind of easier to pick stocks that might go up and run. When a stock market goes down, then you can take it down. It's easier to kind of short. But when it gets like this, it gets very choppy and very difficult. So it's been very kind of challenging lately. But we're still, doing good. Again, not bragging, but the majority of, we're up in the 80s to 90% win ratio, meaning our alerts fire off. You can see today, all of our alerts but one fired off. Some of them go up really well, and some of them go up a little bit. It all depends your trading style. But my point being in all this is got to watch these patterns. And today, I just launched, again, some new videos, a couple new ones, and part of our candlesticks course. We're just going to start small and keep really scaling all the way up to all the way to the really complicated patterns because this means everything. These head and shoulders patterns matter. And then there's these patterns, these 2 and 3 candlestick patterns, right, that tell another story within the bigger story, right? So it's very important to watch those. And yes, my brain is kind of fried right now from my... So all that being said, you can see here the right shoulder right here, head, right shoulder. I'll just do this for you guys. I know you guys are visual. Head, left shoulder, right shoulder. See how this right shoulder is lower than the left shoulder? Right shoulder is lower than the left. I don't know what I just said. But you can see down here, then you start getting in like kind of some of the necklines right here, right? And then down here. So this is a very bearish pattern. It's not looking good right now. And as you can see, EMAs are trading sideways, MACD trading sideways, RSI trading sideways. So when people are wondering, well, hey, like, what's going to jump and what's going to skyrocket or what's going to go up? It's hard to find stuff that's just going to go and jump up like this. You're going to find a lot of these plays. I could just bet on the watch list it's going to probably be a lot of indecision tonight because the market is in indecision mode. This is very indecision, very difficult to trade, right? You want to ideally find a trend up or a trend down. This, very messy. So let's get in and see if there's anything to take a look at for tomorrow. Now, Pixie is one that's held its highs. It might have a run in it. It is overbought right up over here. It's right near resistance at 436 range. It could have a pop. You know, what worries me a little bit would be the right shoulder of the head and shoulders. So, you know, got to watch. If tomorrow's a very bullish day, this thing could potentially run. If it's a bearish day, you know, this could probably give back, you know, half that candlestick. Who knows? So I would also probably put some support here at $4. $4 is a very psychological support and resistance area. So this might go up or it might pull back, see if $4 holds, forms a bull flag to potentially go up. Got to keep an eye on it. But this one, I probably will put it on just for the heck of it at 427. At or above. See if continuation, resistance around 4.30s and 450-ish. Put support around 4 if pulls back. All right. That's right. Okay. Don't like that. I don't mind this. This one right here, it's holding its highs, very close to resistance at 260, kind of that cup position. So it could have a potential move up further. I don't like, again, that 260-ish areas right there. Might have a pop, so I'll put, let's do this. See if 250, right? Whole and half dollar amounts, very important psychological support and resistance area. So see if 250 area breaks with resistance around 200 SMA with resistance at 200 SMA around 260s. If 260 breaks, this could move up further. So if we were in a very bullish market right now and the market was going up, it might be one that I would like potentially more. But the indecision, I don't like per se with that right shoulder. Pixie, let me put that one on there. All right, I know, let's see, nope. Nope. Look at that, sold right off. I was questioning that one out. It was looking like it was holding its highs on the day, but look at how it just completely sold off at the end of the day. So it looks like that gap was filled right there. See that gap? This gap right here, went up, filled it, dumped. Boom. Makes sense. So this one, EKSO. Put that one at or above 175. Let's see if continuation above 50 SMA, which is that purple line, with resistance around $2. Why is resistance around $2? Psychological support and resistance areas, you can see it right there, right? So you want to see this thing break up and ideally get, I can't even tell what that's the black, that's the 200. You see a 920 crossover here. Price is now above the moving average lines, kind of holding its highs. So see if it has a run in it tomorrow. EKSO. Nope. Don't like it. Let's take a look at this one. You can see a 920 crossing over. Kind of an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Kinda-ish. Kind of have like a left shoulder, right shoulder, head, but kind of a neckline right here. It's right at the neckline for it to potentially break out. Where's 950 area? I put resistance around 950 and 10 just because they're whole and half dollar amounts. So this one might be a 5-cent spread stock. If it is, I don't like those. Yep, don't like those. So that answered my question. I'm not putting that one on. Too close to the EMAs. Not going to put that on. Broaching, big cup position, huge cup. Might be kind of in the handle position, might be forming a double top, kind of at its highs, broaching overextended, a little too risky for me right now. No. That one's got some potential to it. Right there, some resistance. Let's see, what is that? 767. Let's take a look at the hourly. Kind of overextended, a little too overextended for me. Let's see. Did I already look at these ones? I don't think so. That one might be good. Let's see. So this one's holding its highs. You can see potentially the 9 heading up towards the 20. Right. It is up right above a half dollar amount now, which is good. We want to see it continue to hold. Where's $9? I put $9 as resistance. You can see almost kind of a cup pattern here. Kind of let's go back to here. Let's see here. It's kind of building like a kind of an ascending base kind of right here. So it might be forming somewhat like of a flat top, maybe a potential flat top break. So you want to see here. Let me do this. At or above 852. See if continuation with resistance at 9 and 950s. All right, I put 9 and 50 SMA around 968. Obviously, also be careful of 950 whole and $half amounts. So see if continuation with resistance at 9. So obviously if it breaks 852, resistance at 9, then around the 50 SMA right there. Obviously also be careful at 950, right? All right, RVP, no. Let's see here. Possible, just a little bit too, a little messy for my liking. It is kind of, it's definitely bull flagging. It's just kind of tough to trade these with all these wicks like that. So I don't, and it's right near a $half amount, 450. So I'm going to pass on that one. Don't like it. So this one right here, you can see this went and it literally has filled that gap. It just filled it, rising bottoms right here. Now you want to see if it can break above that 820 and then see, let's do this. Where's 850? Right around 850 area. So now let's see if it can continue upwards. It's filled that gap. So let's see if let's put 810. See if price gets above top of gap. Where is that? And continues up, resistance around 850-ish. There we go. BLCM. I'm not really loving these. I mean, some of them are decent, but might be workable, so we'll see. Let's try a bearish scan, see if anything there. Not much is pulling up on this scan, so we'll see if there's anything shortable. No. So I want stocks that either are clearly holding their highs or clearly holding their lows and have room to either move up or down. Lots of sloppiness, just like it's tough to trade these. So this one right here, descending triangle, kind of a base right here. Look at this one, it's falling out of the base right now. Kind of oversold, but it has some room to fall. So that one is a potential short. Let's see here. Mara. Look at that. It's failing the base. So if you can find shares to short of this, it's possible. It is very small candlesticks. So I would put at or below 182. Let's see, where is this? 130s. So I'd put possible short with support around 150s and 1.30s. So as you can see here, the base of the descending triangle is failing. Gotta always assume 150 is going to be a support area, whole and $half amounts, and then if that fails, right down in this 130s. Descending triangle, right? See that? Lower highs. Had somewhat of a base, now it's failing. Mara. All right, let's see if there's any others. Obviously, Thinkorswim's not going to have much of anything to short. That's why we recommend Interactive Brokers. Much better shorting broker. Another descending triangle. It's right at that 200 SMA right now. A little too close for comfort for me. Descending, right? Base. Look at that. The base is right at the 200 SMA. No coincidence. A little bit broaching oversold. So I'm not loving that one. Not enough room. And that one's fallen. Still a bit oversold. Check the hourly. I mean, it's oversold. It's failing. It's below the 200 SMA, but it's right around $4 right now, that whole dollar amount. Well, what is that gap down? Look at this. This is what I want to say. So if you're not careful, you can miss this. Look at right there is a gap. So you can think, oh, okay, it's fine, but look, see that gap? There was a gap up over here. This could still potentially fall down to right where is that? 324. And where's that? 367. You can see that. It fell like right close to it today, and it bounced back up. So see if you could see if this one's going to fall any further. It is really, it's been falling a lot. I'm going to put MRNS. Let's see, at or below 405. Let's see, potential. Short. See if gap below fills right below 360s. Right? So right here you can see 365 to 323. Let me do that. $365 to $323. So you want to see if that thing can fall further to fill that gap below. MRNS. Ship. Yeah. Pump and dump. Pump and dump all day long. Pump, dump. That could be a good short. It's got a gap down there. I doubt there's shares to short of that one. I'm not going to put it on. WHLR, no. All right, so those are the watch lists. Kind of not really loving it, but again, going back to the futures, I mean, that's the reason. Indecision. Very difficult pattern, those head and shoulders. Very indecisive on these shoulders. Very difficult pattern to trade. So if you aren't a member yet of our community on Facebook, come and join us. We're the Bullish Bears. If you're a member and haven't liked and followed our fan page yet, you can do that right over here or come over here. Again, if you'd like to give us a review, we'd greatly appreciate it. Just helps us, helps you guys, helps to protect our community. So again, thank you to those who have already reviewed us. And if you haven't been over to our website yet, you can head over to bullishbears.com. Links below. I mean, guys, look at all these courses. You know, you have $3,000 plus worth of content. So for those of you that think we're ripping you off at $10 a month, I would challenge you to go to each one of these courses, look at every single video, add up all of the hours, total time of all the videos that are on here. And if you still think we're a rip-off at $10 a month, I have no clue what to tell you. That's just for our courses that we're giving away for free. We can charge big money for this stuff, guys. We could easily pre-package it, right? Put nice banner ads. We have a great artist that does all of our stuff, all of our logos, good friend of ours. We can have him make really custom-made thumbnails, take all of our course videos, make them private, and redo some of them, make some better audio, and start selling day trading courses, $1,000, right? Swing trading course, $1,000. Options course, few $100, right? All that stuff we can start charging for easily, but it's all free, right? But that's, we're scam artists, right? We like to take your money. Oh, that guy's an idiot. Trading room. Guys, we have a live trading room, a day trading room up here. And then we now have a swing trading room. So for those who haven't been following us, we now have both. So, we're such scammers that we want to keep giving you guys more away for free, right? So now we're giving you a swing trade room where you can talk about swing trades, options trades, everything in there, right? Both trading rooms open 24 hours a day. So for those people, again, in our day trading room, obviously a lot more going on, lots more talk, lots of intense back and forth. There's some people that don't like. So again, here's the thing, guys. We can't make everybody happy, right? There's some people that don't like personal talk in a trade room. And then there's other people that like personal talk in a trade room. So how do you make everybody happy, right? If you're us, what do we do to make everybody happy? We can't. It's impossible. So we're very social people, so we allow social talking. So again, if you're in our day trading room, keep it up because you're doing a great job. It's a very fun, interactive room during the main trading hours, a couple hours of the day. It's all really about trading. Then throughout the day, people are talking and chatting, getting to know each other, busting, each other's chops, having fun, just being fun kind of friends and stuff. And, we encourage that. That's what we want. We're a community. And obviously the market come 11:30 to 3 o'clock, I mean, it's dead anyway. You're not going to find much trades of anything going on. That's where all the traders are taking lunch and everything anyway. So have at it. Keep talking. Have fun. For those of you that don't like the chatting and chitter chatter and all that, then you might like the swing trading room maybe a little bit better. You might have a little bit less of that throughout the day. Again, we try to make everybody happy, but you can't. It's impossible to make everybody happy, right? So guys, trading rooms, all these courses, trading alerts. Please read our trade alert setups. We do a whole in-depth thing on how to trade them. Obviously, we're teaching you and empowering you to make your own trading decisions. And we're not going to tell you when to enter and when to exit. We also, number one, we're different than everybody else. Number two, we don't want that liability. That's just a headache. We tell you to get an ABC company at this price, and you lose money, and then you blame us, right? I mean, we don't want those headaches. So number one, we don't want the headaches. And number two, it's terrible for you as a trader because then we'd be pumping and dumping. The easiest thing we keep telling people if you watch other videos, the easiest thing, look at how big our community is, guys. 27,000 people. We've only been up and running as a membership company right now. We've got a lot of people signed up. So we could just easily go into our trade room every day, make our watch list, right? You have our watch list right here. Easiest thing I could do right now is I've made this watch list before 4 o'clock, right? Got my position, and then tomorrow morning, let's say I like Pixie, right? So I would have got my position at Pixie. Maybe I got it right over here, 415, 420, whatever, right at the end of the day. And then in the pre-market, I could have gone in the trade room tomorrow and basically been pumping up. Pixie looks great, looking good for a breakout, guys. Going to be really watching Pixie really, really good. And then the market opens and be like, all right, guys, I'm in Pixie. And then get a whole bunch of people coming in to get into Pixie. Maybe they jack it up 15, 20 cents. Then we go and dump it and then say, hey, guys, out of Pixie at, 440. And then you guys are scrambling to get out, right? That's the easiest thing we could do. That's easy money, and that's what a lot of these trading companies do, right? It's just, we're not pumping numbers. That's how it works. That's the game, guys. That's not who we are. If people want to run a room like that, fine. That's not how we do it. We teach people how to really trade. And when we're not in the room, we want other people to help each other out. We're a community, right? We don't want to be the focused all the time, Tim, Dan, and myself. We're building a bigger community, and as we grow, we're looking for others to come along with us. We have a very huge vision for the Bullish Bears. Who knows that if it'll come to fruition? If it does, great. If it does, it doesn't. Or if it doesn't, it doesn't. Again, we leave this movement in your guys' hands, right? So, yeah, that's about it. I've ranted enough. So if you're not a member yet of our community, um, if you're still on the fence whether we're scam artists at all or not, we're $10 a month. So if you think $10 is a lot of money and we're ripping you off, then I guess we're scam artists. For the rest of you all, enjoy probably the biggest steal that you're going to find in this industry. Again, you could read our reviews, and some people feel like they're stealing from us at $10 a month. Well, they're not stealing because we're giving that price, giving it to them at that price. But it is a steal. I mean, this is a joke. $10 a month is an absolute joke. That's what, a jar of mayonnaise. It's a jar of mayonnaise and a loaf of bread and maybe a quarter pound of cheese. I mean, it's a joke, guys. Come on. So that's what it is. That's what we're about. That's the watch list. Happy trading tomorrow, and we'll see you in the community. Enjoy.